Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe.
On the go. So, how are you, Jennifer?
Good, Joe. We're going to do a day 3 recap of the Disney Magic cruise that we are currently on.
Yes.
Because we want to keep you informed.
Yes.
All right. So, that was yesterday.
Can you tell that we're kind of enthusiastic because we've had a really nice week?
It's been great.
It's been great. It has been.
It has.
It's been really, really good. So day 3 was our Cabo San Lucas day.
Yes, and we decided not to get off the ship, although maybe we should have because it really looked beautiful outside. But I had no idea. I thought the port of Cabo was just going to be like, you know, your typical souvenirs, bars, people approaching you. But it was beautiful with rocks and... Yeah, but, there was only like 6 hours.
Yeah.
We were only in port for 6 hours, so it really wasn't a lot of time to do anything. And I'm glad we stayed on the ship because it wasn't very crowded and we got to do a lot.
Yeah. I mean, because we weren't able to dock to land, we were anchored offshore. They had these tender boats to take everybody over. Since we were concierge, one of the other perks of concierge was having the ability to get on the first boat out to shore, to go ashore. So I guess technically we probably could have had a good 5 hours to spend on land, but
this is our first cruise and we really wanted to enjoy everything that the Magic has to offer.
And I wasn't sure what we really could have done. We didn't research it ahead of time because you had planned on staying on the ship.
And the excursions are pretty pricey.
Yeah, even if we would have walked around, if there was something we could have done to walk around the area. But anyway, we didn't. We stayed on the ship. It was nice because it was less crowded. We could have had access to the pools, especially the adult pool. It was pretty empty yesterday, especially compared to today. Yeah, it was pretty empty. So what did we do since we stayed on the ship?
So we have notes in front of us, so if you see us looking down, that's why. But we started with breakfast in our room that we pre-ordered the night before. We sat on the balcony and it was really hot. It was really warm outside. So thank goodness it was just a light continental breakfast that there wasn't a lot of food because it was scorching out and it was full sun. It was a beautiful day, but we enjoyed that. We went to the concierge lounge and had more snacks throughout the day. We met a ton of characters because yesterday was Halloween and we are on a Halloween on the High Seas cruise. We had spa appointments. Now this is where I'll say things were a little crazy. So we had booked a couples massage, no frills, no extra cabana, no extra like hot tub, or we just got the basic couples massage. And my travel agent and myself checked, and it's about $259, I think was the price that we both pulled up. So you can't go back on the app and look at it because everything that you've already done disappears. So, and Senses Spa is separate from the Disney Cruise Line. It's its own entity within the cruise ship. So Disney Cruise Line doesn't really have any control over that, to my knowledge. So we thought we were going in there at the $259 price point. So I added on a $20 like hot towel experience, and Joe added on a $20 foot exfoliant type of service. And then Joe, I had the sweetest massage, and Joe upped his to a deep tissue massage. So we got the bill, and the bill with gratuities and our extra services was almost $500. So be careful when you book that. I don't remember it saying per person at all, and I always try to read the fine print and I always try to fine tooth comb things. I did not see that. So if you are familiar with Senses Spa and you can point that out for me and you can show it to me, let us know in the comments below because I didn't see that. So we were a bit shocked by the bill. And the massage was fine. It was nothing spectacular. And like my $20 add-on was literally my masseuse taking a hot towel, putting it on my back and going like this, and then taking it off. So I don't know. Be careful what you pay for.
Yeah.
Which
Mine did spend a little bit of time on my feet, but nothing extravagant, nothing super special. And then afterwards, there was the upsell on the different products.
There was a huge upsell for Elemis products. They actually wanted us to buy 4 products, all about $68 to $69, which would have added almost another $300 onto our spa package.
Yeah. It was a little nuts.
I mean, Elemis is great, but I'm sure there's a big upsell to the products on the ship, and you can find them cheaper on Amazon.
Probably.
I know I've seen them much less expensive on Amazon.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's the convenience. You're right there. You just had the massage. They did smell good. They did feel really good. That one thing that was the equivalent of like polar ice or
it was like a menthol.
Yeah, but it didn't smell like menthol. So it was a cooling gel that felt really good, but didn't leave that mentholy smell.
So buyer beware.
Anyway,
be careful. I would not recommend Senses Spa personally. Maybe you've had a good experience, but I've definitely had less expensive spa services at other places that were much better.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Right. You're on the ship, so there's that.
It's going to be more expensive. Yeah. But okay, whatever. That was really the only negative of this whole trip.
Yeah, I mean, they were nice and the massage was fine, but not for that price. So looking at it all, it's like, oh man, because you had the base price plus the upgrades that we had, plus the gratuity and tax. Yeah, it was almost $500. It's like, oh my God. Oh, yeah. So anyway, so just be careful with that. It didn't really put a complete damper on the day, but it just was. Yeah,
that was kind of a hard pill to swallow for me.
Yeah, I know, but still. But after the spa, then we decided, well, we're hungry. What else are we doing this whole trip besides eating? Like, I ate the first couple of days a lot. You didn't because you weren't feeling well. Days. So that was
I started
Monday.
Feeling good.
That was Sunday,
end
Monday.
Of day 2.
So Monday night going into Tuesday, and then definitely Wednesday, you started eating.
Oh, I've been
that's
eating
all
like
we've been
a
doing.
pig.
Yeah.
It's been great.
So we went to lunch. We had Rapunzel's yesterday for lunch.
Yeah, we actually went to the sit-down restaurant because Joe and I both are not interested in doing cabanas, which is the buffet service on the Disney Magic. I'm just really not into buffets, and neither is Joe.
No, especially not since COVID.
I just like being waited on. I'm on a cruise. I want to sit. I want to luxuriate. I want to relax. I want someone to wait on me and take care of me. And cabanas, I feel like you're getting the food, you're bringing it to your table. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like to be more pampered on a cruise. So waiting in line in a buffet with a ton of other people isn't my thing.
Yeah, I know. And it's, I mean, I was in there doing the trick-or-treating last night. We're going to get to that. And it's, it's a adequate enough size space, but I can imagine it's very noisy in there with kids running around. So
every day on the Disney Magic, you can eat at Cabanas, which is the buffet for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and they have it open certain time periods every day. Or there's always one sit-down restaurant available for breakfast and lunch that you can go to, and then dinner you do your rotational dining. So yesterday for the restaurant that was open, it was Rapunzel's, and it was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it was anything extraordinary, but it was good food. It was decent.
Kept it simple and didn't overdo it, but the restaurant itself was,
Service was
beautiful.
Great. Yes,
I love the decor. The light fixtures are all the lanterns from Tangled. It was beautiful looking restaurant. The whole kind of medieval Renaissance looking theme that they have from the movie. So yeah, that was actually really very nice. I enjoyed it. And we just kind of hung around the ship the rest of the day, like you said, meeting characters.
We did meet a lot of characters. We met Chip and Dale, and we met Goofy. Yeah. That was great.
We did see Mickey again, and did we meet Daisy yesterday? I think we met Daisy yesterday. So,
probably.
Yeah, so we met a bunch of characters, which was really very nice, very cool. And
then Joe did some trick-or-treating, and Joe dropped by the Mickey's Masquerade party to just see what that was all about. Yeah. I stayed in the room and read.
Yeah, so the trick-or-treating was all in cabanas. So you just get in line, and it was, by the time I got there, was a long line. Oh, yes, the trick-or-treat bag.
So if you are going on a Halloween on the High Seas cruise, they provide you with your trick-or-treat bags. They're the same bags that you get if you do Mickey's Not So Scary or Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yeah.
And Joe got things like Twix bars.
Yeah, typical Halloween candy.
And Snickers.
Yeah.
And Skittles.
All the stuff
so,
not good for me.
There's, I think, M&M's in here. all the good candy.
Yeah. So the line itself was kind of long, but it moved very, very quickly. So you just go to the different stations, and you just...
And it's twice... It was twice on Halloween.
Yeah. They basically have everything twice. You have an early and then a late, depending upon where you are for dinner.
And shows.
So if you have a later dinner, you could do the earlier stuff, like trick-or-treating shows. If you have an early dinner, they'll repeat everything, so you could do it after dinner. So that part was fine. And then they had the masquerade, the Mickey Mouse-carade event on the deck, on Deck 9. Right in front of the pool, there's a stage there. They had all the characters come out. They were dancing, good loud music going. It was cute. It was fun. I was up on Deck 10 looking down on Deck 9, so it was a great view without being crammed in with a bunch of different people. They had the center part of the stage, the mosh pit, set up for kids, so the kids were all in there jumping up and down.
I love that.
And dancing. So it was cool. I really enjoyed it. Being on the water just was really lovely. I really, really enjoyed it. But then I can't recall if the announcement came before that. I think it came right before I went to the masquerade, where the captain came on and made the announcement that we had to turn around.
We had to go back to Cabo, which we had already been sailing for about 4 to 5 hours at that point.
About 4
we had
hours.
to go back because there was an emergency with a
Passenger,
guest
on
the cruise ship and needed medical attention, so we had to go all the way back. So here's a tip for you, and
very important
valuable
tip.
lesson for some people today. Do not book your travel on embarkation and debarkation day. Come into your cruise a day or two early and leave a day or two later for exactly this reason, because there were a lot of frantic guests this afternoon. Once we did get the final, this is what time we are getting into port tomorrow. We were supposed to get into port around 7:30 in the morning-ish. We are not getting into port until 3:15 in the afternoon. So there are a lot of people, because of that. Disney has given Wi-Fi to every guest, because people have to book hotels, people have to change their airfare, their airlines. So that would be a great tip. I would not chance it. It's better to pay for an extra day at a hotel than to go through that kind of hassle while you're on the cruise ship in the middle of the ocean trying to enjoy your vacation.
Right. Yep. Exactly. So, these things happen. We were gone from Cabo for 4 hours, turn around another 4 hours. Actually, it was probably less than that. So one of the things that we learned was that the normal speed for the boat is about 8 knots. So looking it up, 1 nautical mile is about 1.15 miles per hour. So I guess back in the olden sailor times, in order to judge mileage, they would have long ropes and they would tie knots at different points with the ropes. So you could sense where you are for a nautical mile based upon where those knots were in the long stretch of rope. And so it is a little different, because the way ships sail, it's not just flat land like cars and trains. Ships and airplanes have to circumnavigate the globe, and there's curvature to the globe, because yes, the world is round, Earth is round, not flat, so there's curvature to it, so that's why there's a slight difference. So 1 nautical mile is 1.15 miles. All right, anyway, so they got to turn around, go all the way back. Now we're 4 hours out, now we're going 4 hours back, so you're already 4 hours behind.
And they have to get the passenger to the port. They have to, I'm sure, fill out paperwork. So I know that we were supposed to get back to Cabo at midnight, and I know they didn't leave Cabo to go back to San Diego until 1:32, 2:33 in the morning.
At least, because one of the concierge cast members said she was up until 1:30 and they were still in Cabo. So you figure leaving at 2:33, whatever time, and then head back north. So it put us behind at least 12 hours.
And I've been seeing that a lot on other vloggers' cruise videos. This has been happening a little bit more frequently, it seems, on cruise ships where there are medical emergencies that require them to go to a port to get, medical attention.
Well, things happen.
I would not plan your travel days on the day you're supposed to set sail and get back. It's just not worth it.
Because they're trying to make up for
that can ruin your whole vacation.
Yeah, it can. They're trying to make up for some of the time, because, they're normally at 8 knots per hour. and they bumped it up to 20 as we turned around. We're heading back. We're up to 20, 21. And they do a slower speed because you won't feel the ship as much. When you're going faster and the waves are a bit rockier, you're going to feel the boat moving. So they go at a slower speed, so that way it'll be you'll have fewer seasick people. But to try to make up for some of the time, they're going faster. And the water today is really calm. I'm curious to see.
It's like sailing on glass.
I don't know if we're still at 20 knots or if he slowed it down, but they're trying to make up for some of that time. And but either way, we're going to be late, and we get to spend a little extra time on the boat.
And the earliest we can get off the boat is 4 p.m. and we were supposed to be off the ship by 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's a big time difference.
Yeah. So it doesn't really affect us. We're staying in San Diego until next week, doing things there, going up to Anaheim to Disneyland for the weekend. So it really doesn't affect us, other than we're not going to get to
do something
Ashley's
that
work or the other couple of things we had planned in the afternoon, and laundry. So we just it's okay though.
So anyway, that recaps day 3.
Yeah.
So don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action, because you need to hear about day 4. You need to hear about my seasickness journey.
Yes, we have to do that video.
And we're going to be back in San Diego, and we're going to Disneyland.
Yes. All these things are yet to come. So for you and us, we haven't done them yet. So we'll get there.
All right. Thanks for watching.
All right. Thanks as always. Bye.
Bye.